from Khadijah. She put it on Facebook.
Yeah, but when they're at the door, knocking on the door, then they come in and I'm talking to Tufel about it.
Yeah.
And I say, this girl got a gun.
Yeah.
Y'all got that?
We have that.
We home free. Class over, let's go. You know, right? I thought, see, remember they've been stealing my phones. They've been crazy. Remember I wanted you to fix this phone I had?
Yeah.
They took, see, every phone I have, when I take pictures, I got pictures of all kind of stuff. Okay, all of a sudden the phone don't work anymore, and you can't get that. Of course, they can get it off of that, but I mean, I'm telling you. So we home free. Don't worry about anything. If that part is there when I'm talking to Tufel on the phone on November the 4th, right? And I'm saying there's Khadijah just walked in and Mukhtar walked in and she got a gun. She had a gun up in her. That is all on the thing.
Yeah.
We're home free, home free. Good God Almighty. I mean, remember, we're always trying to build up stuff, but shoot, stuff will come crawling out of the wall and keep messing around. We're home free. If they do it, and I done seen this Negro on TV 15 times the last 2 weeks. The Negro out in Oakland, the one that did Rodney King.
The one that did, you mean the lawyer?
Yeah, the lawyer. He's about the same age as I am, old Negro. You mentioned his name the other day.
Burris?
Burris.
Okay, yeah.
I believe they put him on so that if anybody catch up with him and remind him of our case, if he want to do it now, he can do it. But we'll be the co-counsel, because I wouldn't trust one of them niggas to do nothing.
I heard, this is what they've been saying lately, that those type of lawyers, the reason why they're able to do, take those cases pro bono, because they get their money on the back end. So the average price is 27 to 33 cents.
Oh yeah.
You know.
It's 30. It's 1/3.
1/3.
It's 1/3. 33. Right. Yeah, that's common. Here's the point. Like since we don't like we went through this ourselves. If you notice, we done went from 100 million to 150 million. That's to take care of them. If they, because see the way we gonna do this, I'm gonna do some of it myself, and we may let him take care of them or whoever take care of all the legal part, and they're not gonna be nowhere in the ballpark on what I'm gonna be saying. You blew the case. I care about blowing the case. That our goal is to get the information out, not win the case. Their goal is to win the case, and not only that, but them Negroes, they give them, they pass out those spots to Negro. They pass them out, I'm sorry.
Right.
So all them big Negro money-winning niggas, I'm sorry. I mean, you know, I've been doing it so long that it starts to make sense. Anyway, we'll speed up so we can, okay. Designing organizational structure, in other words, for us right now, okay, technically, we have to, like we said up here, write. So when I get up in the morning, I have to have, I get up at a certain time, right? And then I'm gonna write. Then I have to do da. And it has no time for, if I have to mess with cars, it throw your whole thing off. So that's what we have to put together, a team that takes care of the cars. The motor pool, we'll call it, whatever it is. Right? Because that's simple. If they keep me worried about cars, that's why I don't ever worry about them. I just pull it over the park and I drive that, you know. And that car drove perfect to Florida, and I took the long way around. Because that's when I wanted to get there. I didn't want to get there for that program. The way them guys been acting. When I had big tables when we started that, whatever it was years ago, the table would be full of my CDs and what have you. And they would buy them all, and you wouldn't see them no more. That way, you know, like if the people was coming to buy certain ones, they would try to get them off the table. I said, no, this, when it's over, y'all can, you know, so it'll get around to everybody. Well, they wanted to get them right away, as many as they can. And when I was in Houston, at the Shia Center down there, and I gave a big talk, I said, and out on the table is those da-da-da-da-da, you know, and guess what? When I walked out there, they was gone. Then I looked around, and the guy, he was sitting right there, his eyes got big when I said certain things, and he run out. I mean, you get used to doing this stuff, so you can make people do, you can't make Allah makes, but you can encourage them. And the same crew that was here, hey man, the Southern, we call it the Southern Shia crew, they don't remember that I remembered them from Houston. In Houston, the Iranians had gave them Negroes over $3 million, it's 1980 money. That big shopping center, and people left Cleveland, they left other places, and they converged on Houston. At that time, Houston was the head, you know. They had, have you ever seen any books came from, a lot of Islamic books, Free Islamic Literature? That book on Hajj and all of them.
I can't remember.
But the book on Hajj, you remember the book on Hajj by, I'll tell you his name in a minute. All of those, that was a group down there. Way, way back, they called it Free Islamic Literature. So it was the only outlet for Shia literature. Barzagan and all those guys were part of it. Anyway, hey man, them guys on several occasions, this stuff gets kind of sticky. But one of the people, the daughter got killed and found her somewhere. And they looked like they had done something they shouldn't have done. And all the time in the program they was looking. It's not only the type, see, there's other stuff be going on. Yeah. See, there's other stuff be going on, you know. And you know, our favorite brother with the cars, his mother and sister died in an airplane crash, and I told Brother Tufel about it. He said, whoa, I said, oh, look, I don't know how all this stuff works. You know what I mean? Because each person is not on. But Allah knows what you're going to do. I'm telling you, the same person playing with the cars out there, his mama and his sister died in an airplane crash several years ago. And I said, niggas shouldn't play. They would look. Man, the people here, one so-and-so, man, everybody leave. What happened? I was over down Main Street. He said, well, is so-and-so still there? I said, yeah, he's still here. He said, oh, all right. He he laid back, and the next few years, they was cutting off his leg from sugar diabetes or something. I don't know. This stuff be happening. This stuff be happening. And I just say, hey, man. That's why I tell niggas, I ain't gonna, when they talk about the tree and play a game, I ain't doing nothing. If something happened to me, it was written. I didn't encourage it to happen. I'm just saying, that's how I've been acting like that, and I ain't doing nothing wrong. If somebody tell you and they got a picture of me doing wrong, say that man looks like Imam Musa, but I don't believe it's him. I don't believe it's him. Why? Because hey man, there's too many. I could sit here all day and drop a little stuff about what's been happening to people for playing. You know, they not playing, but same person run out and snatched up the stuff and threw them in the garbage can. 2 weeks later, his daughter was found somewhere. I'm telling you what happened. This stuff happened, and I be remembering this stuff. I be remembering all of it. So I be thinking, I ain't doing nothing. I don't care, the niggas, the white folks, they can do anything they want. I ain't doing it. I ain't doing none of it. None. Absolutely nothing. Hey man, cause see, if Allah allow you to escape everything in the universe already, and you don't even know you're escaping it till after you done, damn man, I was down in South America doing this. And it don't cost, to get a hit in South America that time, it cost $20, a professional hit. And I'm strolling around. Hey, what about this here? What about that? You know, I'm by myself half the time, and I'm this, that, and other. And doing the stuff I was doing, shoot, you can say what you want. I know it was Allah and his angels saying that boy don't have good sense, so I'm going to look out for him. You know, I'm not saying that Allah speaks and everything, but that's the feeling I have. And that Allah, he couldn't close his eyes, but if he was an angel or something, he said, oh man, he's doing that. Right? Look at, do you know what you're doing? You know, so grateful and happiness. You know, I'm 76, and what I was doing, it ain't but 2-3 Negroes lived that long, and lived is good. You know, it's like when you get the best of Jahiliyyah and the best of Deen, this stuff that be happening every day, it ain't nothing. It's a joke. It is. I be acting like it's a joke, and it is a joke. It's actually a joke. Okay, let me speed up. All I can suggest is that people try to latch on to that type of justifiable fiqh of self-reliance, asset capabilities, use determine future. Assets, we got assets. Technically we got more assets than other Negroes and we're starving to death. We got more assets. Okay, we fix it up and all of that. So our next plan, like those 2 houses over there, let's put 3 of them over there, and maybe, start over on 8th Street, and hook that up, and if don't nobody want to move in, we'll still have them there, you know. Even if they don't want to move in, we have temporary leases for 1 year where different people can move in. But the community we started here, we already have it. All we got to do is keep on holding on. And holding on with the last 10 years of strife, money stealing, diversions, and we ain't even missing a smidgen. And then whenever we need something, somebody come up with it, or a lot of it. So why would we worry? Right? Why would we, it's like the people used to say, the Jews, they was always, why don't y'all ask Allah for this? Allah's hands tied up, you know. He ain't got nothing to give you. And Biden gave them, changed them from alcoholics to leaders of the educated world, all over the world at that time. You know, took them out of darkness and put them in the light and nur. Okay, I'm gonna wrap up real quick. The deserted Western Front for Eastern Front. This, you'd have to think Western Front, Eastern Front. We deserted Western Front, California, and came to the Eastern Front here. But the Eastern Front was able to take care of the Western Front. That was strategic. It wasn't, we didn't just stumble over here. In fact, if we were to read military manuals and all of that type of thing, as far as battlefield tactics and what have you, we've outsmarted the white man so much that it's laughable. It's just don't nobody know it. You know, all the stuff we've used, take Washington, D.C. in order to capture Kansas City. So if you want to go to Kansas City, right, so you take all the land between, you come to the East Coast and get that. You've automatically, if you capture D.C., you've automatically got all the land in between. So you focus on D.C. in order to capture Kansas City. So if you want to move to Kansas City, why move to Kansas City? Take D.C. and you'll automatically be within that region. And we've had Masjid and stuff around. Masjid property, base area. This, yes, a base area, but it's not like, well, we done said it already. Allah helped us with our base area. We're right here, and maybe a little tiles off the floor, a little this, that, and other, but we're here. You know, if you're in a bombed out territory, you can imagine the buildings are bombed and destroyed, there's potholes everywhere, right? Yeah. So if we just have to fix up a little bit of that, that's okay, no big deal, right? So yeah, if all we got to do is put a carpet down over there and open up, you know, clean out the basement. Everything is there right now, right? So we're not sliding down, we're on the way back. Does everybody kind of understand what I mean? We're on the way back right now. So, Eastern, dismayed, yet intact. Yeah, dismayed, yet intact. Western, big trap. I shall return. Anybody ever heard I shall return before?
Yeah, I've heard that. I don't know where it comes from, though.
How about Douglas MacArthur? When he got run out of the Philippines, World War II?
Okay, that's where it comes from.
Yeah, that's I shall return. Hit them where they ain't. You know, in other words, other people try to fight the Japanese face to face all the time. You say, hit them where they ain't. You said, go around over here. Where are they? They're there. So go, okay, we'll go on and take this. We'll go up there and take all of New Guinea, and we'll cut the Japanese off from all their supplies. So he called it hit them where they ain't, not hit them where they are. Because they were slugging it out with Japanese face to face, and them Japanese was wearing them crackers out. Boy, he said, hold it, this ain't the kind of, I don't fight no wars like this. Because he was old, mean old white man, but he did have small casualties compared to the gigantic battles he was fighting. He said, I'm going to hit them all right, but I'm going to hit them where they ain't, not where they are. That was what he called the strategy, hit them where they ain't. And that's what we do with Boss Man. We just hit him where he ain't. And tactically, we're going to start now making, like all the other, we used to make CDs and write, As-Sabiquns, and all of that had our main strategies and what we were doing. Well, now we got 10 years or more to catch up. We got to write all of that. That's why we have to have a free, we're going to write all of that now. Yeah, we're going to write what we did, what we're doing, and where we're headed, inshallah. Okay. Western Big Trap. Yeah. Western Big Trap, I shall return. Not that we're trying to play white folks or nothing. Envisioning tactics, Western and Eastern. Well, it covers both philosophies. Okay. Counteroffensive. A. Our psychological. Offensive is psychological. We've been doing it all along. And B would be land. That means legal and court. So our counteroffensive now will be A, psychological offensive. B, we call it land, which is our property and everything. That's legal and that's in the court system. But remember, we're doing it when we want to, not when they wanted us to. Okay. And C, justice offensive. Justice offensive is the whole thing to deal with equilibrium, balance, truth, and for everything that we're doing, the American environment, the world environment is ready to hear where we're coming from. They're ready to hear because all the last 2-3 years they've been killing black people. And that thing up there